Yo. What up, man? Fair use. YouTube. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Black Community Whistleblower. Check out my other page, 40 plus and Black, 40 PLUSAND Black. All right. That page is my secondary page. So when shit goes left over here, I go over there. So we're here today because I'm finally going to do this stream. I've been thinking about it for a while and I've never done it. Today I'm going to do it. And this stream is going to be on domestic partnerships versus marriage, because everybody's running around livelihood stripped from it. Today I'm rocking with my good old Avanti joints. If you want something good, savory to smoke on, pick up a pack of these joints right here. All right, and stick of the day, we're going to go with this joint right here. This is Nicaraguan selection, right? Time and time again, I've been seeing people just get extorted, bro. Guys have been getting extorted left and right all the time, and you know we gotta explain some things here. So all of you rich niggas, step to the front of the fucking classroom, dog. Yeah, you know, some of the latest, most recent victims, Imani Shupert, right? This guy lost, what was it, 4 homes, had to pay out a $1 million payout and $8,000 a month. He legally got robbed, right? So what's the difference between a prenup, marriage, and domestic partnership? Well, this is what marriage and prenups look like. Over here, you got rich men, some rich women, right? And you got the money that they have to give. Like right here, we got 76 billion, right? We got 38 billion, okay? 1.7 billion, right? So on and so forth. 200 million, 400, so on and so forth, okay? 118 million, right? It's just like, come on, my guy. When do you guys learn? And this is here. 45 million. Phil Collins, man. You guys know this guy, right? Phil Collins, the same. He had to get his broad 45 million. Okay, so this is what marriage looks like, right? From the for you rich guys. For the honest working class people, this looks more like you just lose the home, you lose the kids, you lose the car, and you got to pay, you know, a couple of grand a month for an extended period of time. All right. Any type of salary, we could go along with New York or who else? Any other type of state. You know. But today we're going to be using New York. Okay. You could lose a considerable amount of money, though. All right. I'm going to show all of that to you today. All right. I'm going to tone down on the curses. I'm going to tone down on the bitches, and the homos, and the faggots, and the cunts, and so on and so forth. All right, because I want this to really be an educational stream. more so than entertaining for you. Um, so, something's going on. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, check. Can you guys hear that music? I think you can. Let me just do a systems check. There we go. There we go. Now we can hear. Very good. So, all right. Yeah, I want you guys to see this and understand this and receive it without really being like repulsed from my vile language that I like to use. All right. Ooh-wee. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a good stream, guys. All right, so we saw what the rich niggas are gonna lose. All right, now we're gonna go toward what the average guy loses because of marriage. Okay, so let me line this up right quick. I'm actually using a New York City state maintenance and child support calculator. Okay, that's what I'm also using here. All right, here. All right. What the fuck? Yeah, why we using New York? Because hey, I'm in New York. All right. New York State Maintenance Child Support Calculator. Updated March 2024. You understand? Right here, baby. All right. So we're going to go around. Now, we're going to say that you are a average city worker, right? Now, average city worker out here in New York. What are we talking about? Well, you know what? I'm going to go and show you. Average city worker. I'm going to go to NY through payroll. Okay. You want to see this up here? We're going to go to payrolls. And this is people who work for the city. Now, you see these millions? That's not what we're looking at. We're looking more so. Let's say you're a train conductor, right? You're a train conductor in New York. Okay. Train operator, excuse me. Sorry, train operator. All right. So, as a train operator, you see these gentlemen bringing in 230, 20, 10, 200s, 90s, 180s, 170s, 160s, 160s, 150s, 150s, goes on and so forth, right? Pretty good money here, right? 40s, 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 30s, all right? So we're going, let's say you got a guy here, Angel Caban, right? Emmanuel Green, we'll use a black name. Emmanuel Green's been on. He makes $41 an hour. He pulled in $137, right? Let's say this guy Emmanuel Green, right? What was that? 137,622, right? 137,622. All right. This is just an example here. 137,622. All right, 137,622. 137,622. That's how much it is, right? Now, You know how these chicks are. Say she wants to sit home and not do nothing. Right? Cool. You know how it goes. Freaking middle class. Brad and Becky combined for $630,000 because Becky wants to work. $630,000 ain't 1%. Becky wants to work. She wants to contribute to the household. But Keisha's they want to sit home. You make a buck 30, she wants to sit home. All right, so let's see. So now you're on the MTA, you're making 130 grand, 37 grand. All right, she makes nothing. We're not changing. No workers' comp, no disability, VA benefits, nothing right. All right, total income. We're gonna calculate that. Boom. Now, no tax things, no child support, none of that. Okay. Uh, are there children of the marriage under 21 years of age? We're gonna say no. No kids. We're gonna say no kids. How much is he gonna have to pay? Well, according to this, they calculated that the first calculation is 30% of the payer's income, right? Up to and including the cap, right? They have a cap. Now we're going to subtract 20% of the payer's income. She doesn't have any income, so they're going to take that 30% and they're going to say, all right, uh, we're going to say $41,000, $286, $41,286. So they're going to say that you got to give her 55, no, $41,000 a year. Now you make 100. Look at me. You make $137,000 on paper. You have to give her $41,000. All right, pay attention. So now you got to give her 41. So what is this monthly? Monthly, you're giving her $3,400. Bi-weekly, my guy, you're giving her $1,500 a paycheck. Okay, you're giving her $1,500 a paycheck. You don't have to be rich to get fucked. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I was going to say that. But you get it. You don't have to be rich to get screwed. All right. So now you got to give her. It's crazy. $1,500 a paycheck, man. So your salary of $137,622 goes down to $96,000. You understand? This $40,000 that you have to give up, you could have been saving that, bro. You could have been saving that. Now let's see how much. What's his name again? Mr. Emmanuel. Emmanuel Green. Let's see how much he had got from that 137,000. Okay. All right. We're gonna shoot over to that calculator, and we're gonna calculate these numbers here. All right. Back over here. Calculator. All right. We blow this up. Okay. 137,622. All right. That's what he made in 1 year. So we're going to divide that by 12 months. Okay. So this is $11,468 a month. And we're going to divide that by 2 because he gets paid twice a month. Okay. 5,700. But wait, we're going to subtract 30, 32% for taxes. So his paycheck is $3,800. every 2 weeks. This is without union dues, 401k, 457. This is blank. This is if he doesn't contribute to anything, right, for his retirement. No Aflac, none of that shit. 38. Right? Now let's say, uh, what was it? What was it? 15, 1587.95. So we want to subtract that 1587.95 from his 2 week paycheck. So now every paycheck he gets, he's only getting $2,300. Okay, instead of the $3,800 that he worked hard for, and those are overtime numbers. The overtime is in there already. So out of all that overtime he did, he still has to give out that $1,500. And because he did overtime, he's left with $2,300. Okay, so $2,300. If you, what are you supposed to do, bro? How much is your rent? How much is your car note? How much is the household upkeep? Gas, light, electricity, internet, cell phone, uh, uh, shit like that. How much is that, bro? You can't live where you would normally live in. And if you bought a house, you're out of the house. You got to look for another apartment because you're effectively homeless now because of this divorce. So now you're homeless. You got only $2,300 left. You got to hope and pray you can find a place for. You hope you can find a place for like 2 grand, bro. Right? So you pay 1,000 out of this check, 1,000 out of the next check. You got 1,300 to cover your car, your car note, your this, your that, and all that other shit. Meanwhile, you're giving this broad $1,500 every check. This is why you don't marry a woman, right? So now that we got that clear, I want to show you something. I did a show on Antonio Banderas, how he got fucking ramrodded in both of his divorces. Okay, so he got him a chick, and I want us to hear this.
Griffith and Antonio Banderas have finalized their divorce settlement after 18 years of marriage. And it's been reported that Melanie will get $65,000 a month in spousal support.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, honey. Now, Lonnie, how do you feel about spousal support? It's very different from child support.
Very different.
Yes.
Because it's based on the person's income. And, $65,000, yeah, that's a lot of money, but Puss in Boots made a lot of money, all right?
All right, so as you can tell, fucking Hyena Clan leader over here is basing this off because this thing made so much money, right? This movie he did made a lot of money. That woman didn't act out one single line in the movie that this guy did. She didn't put it on that thing. But women think that they're entitled to things because they were with you, right? So she says, "Oh, well, Puss in Boots made a lot of money. So what? That's his money, right? Let me show you. Hold on. Watch this.
Right? Shrek made a lot of money.
Right.
They was together for 18 years. She's used to living a certain type of lifestyle.
Okay.
So
The certain type of lifestyle argument. Do you know what I say to that argument and what a lot of you can say to that argument? When you leave a job, say the guy left that MTA job. He can't go to them and say, "Yo, man, you know what? I got used to you giving me $3,800 every 2 weeks. You need to do it. You need to continue it because I got used to that lifestyle." No, it don't work like that. That's one. Two, you enjoying this lifestyle with a millionaire. Now we're talking about millionaires. From day one, the responsibility of you being a full working adult has been taken off of you. Since freaking day one, she's had the best of everything. She's lived a life 99.99999% of women won't live. Yeah, she has her own money, but I bet you she didn't use that shit. And you know what? If she did use some of it, she's getting it back, which is unfair, right? So the 50% rule or the maintenance rule when it comes to millionaires, you got your 50% up front. Butlers, chauffeurs, crazy vacations. Uh, oh, that was bad. That was that was bad. Oh, I swear I don't like using that cutter. They got their 50% up front when they were living with you rent free. All of the special treatments, the special gifts, million dollar gifts, tens of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, hundreds of thousands of jewelry, tens of thousands worth of trips, the best fucking steak, leisure life of luxury for years, 18 years. Now that it's over, she needs to support herself. She got her 50% up front for the last 18 years. Now, why doesn't she have to go back to her parents? Did her parents get her used to a certain lifestyle? Did she live a lifestyle based off of her own merit? She did. So why does she need to bring him down from his lifestyle? Why do I have to decrease my lifestyle and to increase yours after I supported you? Is that smart? I'm not even asking if it's fair because shit ain't fair, obviously. But is that smart for you to do? This guy, what's his fucking name? Imani Shupert. Who was it before him? Some other nigga before him. I forgot, man. Well, let's get back to this what she's saying, right?
So while all of y'all sitting up here hating on Melanie, she had to put up with him for 18 years. She just
Put up with him. She had to put up with him for 18 years. Do you think if he made $50,000 that she would put up with? Do you think if he made that 137,000 that she would put up with him for 18 years? Do you think if Antonio Banderas was selling oranges and roses on the side of the Jackie Robinson, do you think she would have put up with him for 18 years? She put up with him for 18 years because he had money and he was attractive. Antonio Banderas was like one of the most attractive men in Hollywood at that time. So this put up with him for 18 years shit. She enjoyed that 18 years. All right. This broad, this like yo, she act like I don't know what she's used to seeing or where she grew up at. She's acting like, she was putting up with a fucking relapsing crackhead for the last fucking 18 years, drug addict type motherfucker from the hood. No, don't know what you're used to, Lonnie. But this isn't a successful, driven, hardworking guy who made millions off of his acting career. Women were flocking to this fucking guy. You heard the term Latin lover and all that shit? They were lusting all over these motherfuckers. Let me see. Antonio Banderas has realized that he's gotten better with time. The Spanish actor had the perfect reaction to being recognized as a sex symbol. That feels great being close to 60, and that people call you a sex symbol, he told Entertainment Tonight. Ah, it's an achievement, baby. The Pain and Glory actor may be sexy, but has no problem admitting that his style has gotten a little older. So, Mr. Antonio Banderas, even in his 60s, is revered as a sex symbol. So, for that lady to say that, oh, she had to put up with him for 18 years, that woman loved this guy. B. All right, we're gonna stop acting like. Hold on, I'm trying to find a great picture of him. Uh, There we go. I'll let you look at this right here. I'll tell you, man. Women talk out of their asshole, man. This is Antonio Banderas. All right, when he came out, oh shit. All right, when this guy came out, women were losing their freaking minds. All right, they were losing their minds. This motherfucker here kicking in doors and shooting motherfuckers with his double shotgun, handgun, whatever the fuck he had. They were losing their minds. See this shit? This nigga had the hair. Listen, man. In the '90s, he was it. We were jealous of this nigga. So this this lady talking all this nonsense about she had to put up with him. This nigga still revered as a sex symbol today. What are you talking about? And this is why I'm so passionate about things, man. I'm passionate about things because women stay trying to play dudes. All right, stop it. She, frankly, she'll never know what it's like to be with someone revered as a sex symbol. Okay. Normally, when these women talk about things like that, they talk about the motherfuckers that they had experience with. and it was low tier motherfuckers. So that's what they equate all men to in a situation when you're talking about things like this.
Deserve that
Right.
money, honey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, this is so true.
You can't go, you know what I mean?
disagree.
And she gave up, I believe, because I'm a Melanie Griffith fan. I
So
believe
am
she
I.
gave up a lot of roles because she was his wife. So he did a lot of the work.
Here we go, speaking out of non-fact mindsets. That's bullshit, dog. All right, now she's all for that. She's all for that, right? Well, let me show you the other side of that. Let me show you the other side of this here.
Maybe somebody you think you can trust, you know what I mean?
So do you think that a alimony
Yeah.
to your we've talked about in the past where you had to go on tour to pay alimony?
Yeah.
You heard that right. Mary J. Blige had to go on tour. She had to make up a tour, stop chilling, stop relaxing, and go on tour to pay her alimony. Right? What do you think women had to say about that? What do you think Mary had to say about that?
To your ex-husband, I don't know if the number's correct. I saw it was like $30,000 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Correct us if we're wrong.
So, looking back on it in hindsight, what would you have done differently when you first got married in terms of shielding your assets?
I would have never let a person have that much power over my money, my life.
Rich niggas. Mary J. Blige just said she will never let another person have power over her money or life. Because when you just marry somebody, they have power over your money. When you marry a female, she has power over your money, dog. You have no power over your money now. She has the power. If you leave, she gets paid. She leaves, she gets paid. If you cheat, she gets paid. If she cheats, she gets paid. How do you feel about that? Is that smart? I'm not going to say is it fair. It's never fair. But is it smart for you to entertain? You guys, you basketball players, you football players, you actors, you rappers, you musicians, you everything, all of you niggas, man. Is it smart? Are you doing something smart? You're not. You're not.
Over anything ever again. So now I'm learning, I'm in control of my business.
Advice would you give as far as for a woman that may be wealthy, well off, and they're looking to get married?
Get a prenup. Because I didn't have one. And that's why I ended up having to just give everything away, because it's so, let me just speak, it's so whack right now that men, can come at you.
It's whack now that men can come at you. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? Now it's whack that men trying to shame men are coming to take money from you. Fucking right. You fucking right. You're lucky. Yeah, I wish you had some kids for him to fucking take too. I wish you had everything for him to fucking take. Because you women have been getting over for centuries. Yeah. Now, now it's not cool. And she's paying half of what Antonio Banderas was paying. Antonio Banderas had to pay 65,000, and he had to give a home, and he gave Picasso worth over $500 million. A Picasso worth over $500 million. So if the broad got a house and a Picasso, why do I have to give her $65,000 a month? Or if I'm giving her $65,000 a month, why do I have to give her a house and a Picasso worth 500 million? Why? Because it's legal robbery. Legal robbery. Men fight for everything everyone has here. Men fight for everyone's rights. Men fight for women's rights. We fight for gays' rights. We fight for the rights of motherfuckers in other countries. But we don't fight for the rights of men. Yeah. A woman should not be able to extort a man for thousands of dollars a month over the course of years, sometimes lifetimes, strip them of their homes and all kinds of shit, their assets and all of that. Why? We should fight for that not to be a thing. Since we got these sucker ass niggas in the fucking courtroom, these sucker ass judges giving away men's, uh, 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 leading them to the fucking slaughterhouse and dropping the fucking guillotine on them. Stop getting married. Just stop. Are you afraid of her? What is she gonna do? Reveal that she only wants you for her money, for your money? If you get a domestic partnership, only thing that means is that she cannot extort your ass when it's over. So if she gets mad and offended at that, what does that tell you? Don't believe that, oh, you don't trust me and how can we move forward? Then we don't have to move forward then. Women pressured men into marriage all the time. They started with that, if you can recall this dumb statement, this is a dead end relationship. Do you remember hearing that or hearing of that? I feel like this is a dead end relationship. Well, it's what happens if we get married. We're still going to be doing the same fucking thing, right? I'm going to get up, go to work, make the money. You will or will not get up and make or not make your money. And then we will come back home at night, eat dinner, maybe have sex, and then do it again for the next 40 years. What is the difference? What is marriage? How does marriage prevent something from being a dead end relationship? It doesn't. It makes it it makes it fucked up for the guy because now her spending her time with you, she wants to get paid for her time. You don't get paid for your time. You don't get paid for your protection. You don't get paid for your uh, provision. You don't get paid for that. So what do you mean by dead end relationship? You mean we've been together long enough where you feel like you should be able to get something on the back end? No, not from me. Not from me. You have to stop putting this woman on this pedestal. You have to stop signing up to the bullshit theory of, without her I couldn't have did this and it. Oh, she raised your kid. Nigga, she would have raised them regardless if I never married her, right? She'd have raised them regardless, right? My kids, my kids. Now when we're in court and she wants something, they're only my kids, right? When she's trying to get money, it's, oh, she raised my kids. Oh, she had to deal with me. Like it was a hard time dealing with me. So why get married? If after every fucking divorce, these bitches said, "Oh, I had to deal with him for," bitch, you chose him. You said yes. What are you talking about? You wouldn't date anybody else. You decided to just date him. You decided to just get into a serious relationship with him. You decided to give him your pussy. You decided to say yes to marriage for him to provide and protect for you. Now it's over, and you're saying, "Oh, I had to deal with him for 18 years." Deal with who? The 60-year-old sex symbol? Stop being conned by these women. You're being conned. All right? You're being duped. All right?
You mean to tell me I gotta pay him? And he cheated and he lied, he stole, not to get all petty, but you know what I'm saying? You mean I gotta pay him for cheating and lying to me and ruining my life? So yeah, and the law is you have to, so I say get a prenup, cover yourself up. Yeah. You mean
You mean to tell me I have to pay him after he cheated, after he lied? I have, yeah, yeah. Men go through the same thing. Bitches wake up on any given Sunday and say, you know what? Nah, I don't feel like doing this no more. I'm out. So yeah, man. And you have a whole bunch of ugly bitches who always got something to say about this type of shit. Right?
I mean, do you think that someone's ex-husband deserves alimony if they marry someone much richer than them? I mean, women do it all the time.
Let me think about that. Let me get back to you on that one because
That bitch looked like me. It's supposed to be a woman. Bitch look like me.
women done had the babies though and stuff.
They wanted to. Their body snapped back. That's what they're made for. I don't, you know, women come up with the stupidest freaking excuses for things. But like the women had the babies though. That's what women do. They have a uterus. The man puts his sperm in there, right? And the freaking uterus is a 9-month Uber to the world. Do you understand? That is their part. That's what they do. But the women had a babies though. So what? The men walk around with life in their nuts every day. Right now, 350 million souls is running around in my nutsack and yours. But the women have the babies, though. You don't want to talk about what women are doing to babies. You don't want to talk about that. I'll kill you with that. You will hate me with that. Oh yeah. I'll say that for another stream. But I will leave you with 72% of 71% of deaths and abuse and neglect are at the hands of mothers. 71% of deaths and abuse and neglect are at the hands of mothers. 29% are at the hands of fathers. 71% are at the hands of mothers. We'll leave that there. Now, what's next? Now we're going to go to this. All right. You have to be careful. And you got to understand the mentality of these women. All right.
A man want to stay in that house that another man is paying the bill for.
Do you see him as a provider? Don't be putting that on no man. And don't have these girls watching this video thinking that every man they meet, oh, I love your apartment, we gotta move. Why? Because you fucked here before.
So I look at it in two ways. So I personally feel like that person has taken me from one space or level in my life to another. So I'm forever grateful. And I
Shout out to 8 at the table. Shout out to 8 at the table.
also, in the same note, feel like if I was to ever be in the space that I could repay in any way, shape, or form, that I would. You know what I mean? But and the other side of me is like, you can't take it back anyway, so it doesn't matter because you've already placed me at this space. So it's like, yeah, unless you want me to fake be with you to keep my shit, then
So this is what I call bum bitch mentality. I know I said I wasn't going to be, saying all of that and all that, but that was at the beginning. We are 48 minutes in. I probably started around 40. Now look, bum bitch mentality. Bum bitch mentality is a woman who cannot or does not have the capability, drive, or ability, or mental capacity, or common sense to earn a living for herself. She cannot provide for her own shelter, food, or resources. She feels that other people should supply her with this. Okay? God help you if she is pretty and in shape, right? Because the entitlement just skyrockets. All right? And this is more so to do with weak men. Weak men see beautiful women and they lose their fucking mind. And they lose their fucking mind. And the crazy part is men could have you could have a dude who has been getting laid his entire life. You can have a guy who's been getting laid his entire life. He's not new to pussy, but he just can't help it. He can't help but trick. There's something in you. There's something in you where you know that you're lacking, or probably that you're a piece of shit dude. And to hide that, you shower people with gifts. But it's because there's a piece of you that's missing that you know is fucked up, right? So you shower women with gifts even though they don't deserve it. you want other people to do it. You feel other people should do it. That's not it, buddy. Okay? Bum bitch mentality is in every race, but it is predominantly here in the United States, predominantly in black women, but you will find it in Latin and Caucasian and Asian women. Okay? So let's explore the bum bitch mentality a little bit more, shall we?
Let's just be friends, and it didn't work, and that's that. But you got to continue to, your credit is gonna messed up. I don't know.
But he continued paying it.
He did continue. He's
He's still paying it.
Yeah.
And you with another dude.
Yeah. It's been like I've been with my guy maybe like going on 1 year, and he's been paying my.
But I would love to meet your guy. I would really love to meet him. Because those men are rare.
I know.
What the hell is this? You think he gonna do the same thing for you? Yo, come on, man, stop it.
And one man want to stay in that house that another man is paying the bill for. I gotta question him. Because there's no man that's gonna be like, I just don't know him. That's like, this nigga still, once he finds out, like, that nigga still paying the rent here, he gonna be like, nah, we gotta get him a crib.
He knows?
No, he know I gotta. They both. Everybody know everything.
He's nice.
I want to hear this.
Yeah.
But what was your question? I'm sorry.
My thing is, what kind of man? This is no judgment.
How does my man feel?
I mean, obviously he's okay.
Who's more important to you right now, your boyfriend or the one that's paying for your shelter?
They play different roles in my life. You know
so
what I mean?
one's for money and one's for
obviously,
love.
no. Like my man is my man. Like I'm gonna put him above anybody.
So one's for love and one's for money.
I'm not with the other person.
But respectfully, right? Just because we're not judging you at all.
I don't care.
Ideally, yes, I've dated a guy who was very wealthy. When we separated, he was still paying the bills, right? Under the contingent and the understanding that I'm not fucking with nobody else. So I hid that I was in another relationship for
We got us the gun line. Tell them about the gun line, boss.
So she's admitting that some nigga that she broke up with was still paying her bills because she was lying to the guy saying that, yo, I ain't fucking with nobody else. And that nigga kept paying the bills. Bum bitch mentality. Like these chicks think, like, really, you gotta understand what this is. Like these guys, these Brittany Renners types of women who are preying on these young athletes and these assholes that are walking around. You're giving them something that they haven't earned. How you just pay them off? What are you a modeling agency? You just pay bitches because they're pretty? I don't understand you. You're why there's piss and shit in the dating pool. There are women that are coming up here saying shit like this. Right? I did a stream and I broke down to you the difference between wives, side bitches, and mistresses. The only women who get rent paid, get the fucking Mercedes Benz and all that shit, $300, $400, $500 date, those are mistresses that get that. Those are the women who actually know about the wife. Those are the actual ride or die bitches. They'll do a bid with a nigga. They'll do 20, 30 years with this nigga. And she's getting her fucking rent paid or her mortgage paid. She's getting mistresses are only First of all, mistresses are only for rich niggas anyway. He has his wife, his family, his kids, this, that, and the third, and he's still not fulfilled because he's not being appreciated enough, or he's not being appreciated in a capacity that translates to him. I don't need any of these other bitches. So he goes and he finds or a mistress finds him. The way you can stop this, ladies, is you have to know what the fuck your man wants. What kind of man is he? Right? The mistress knows more about the woman than fucking the woman knows about her own self. Because the mistress knows what do I mean by that? The mistress knows more about the woman than the woman knows about herself. What do I mean by that? Well, the mistress knows what the hell the woman does, the wife does, that pisses the husband off. You know that thing that she does that he's told you about before, but you continue to still do it. Yeah, that thing you just can't seem to just stop doing, right? Or that thing that you just won't do. The mistress knows about that, and guess what? She does it, or she doesn't do. Oh, she doesn't do it, and that makes him happy. The mistress will help you pick out a fucking anniversary gift or this or that. The mistress will go with this nigga on his business meetings. She'll meet him out there in the fucking hotel. She'll go by after he lands because she knows. I know you gotta call your wife and let her know that you reached your destination. I'll show up around 10 o'clock. Cool. She shows up to the hotel, um, and they'll go out to a nice expensive restaurant. Maybe they'll go have a walk by the fucking water or someplace nice out there. And they'll go back to the fucking hotel room and they'll have great fucking sex. She'll lay on his chest and they'll talk and they'll laugh, and he's able to release, not just sexually, but spiritually. He's able to release. He's not even being judged by this broad. And she's there to cater to them. Wives fear mistresses because mistresses become wives. They don't fear side bitches. They don't fear side chicks because it's just a chick. It's just a bitch. She's not getting that fucking Range Rover Sport car note paid. She's the chick in the bitch isn't getting that Atlanta loft fucking apartment paid. She's not getting her bills paid. You understand? That ain't mine. What the hell you talking about? She's not getting that paid. That mistress is though. That mistress is though. A mistress will have a baby by a nigga. A mistress will have his fucking baby. His love child. That nigga, that child will have a great life. The mistress, you'll see the mistress. A lot of people will see the mistress at a fucking funeral. This is the mistress. This is the broad that you see at the funeral, and everybody like, who's that? I don't know, who is that? Keisha, who that? That's Sharon, nigga. That's Sharon, nigga. That's where Sharon is where that extra $15,000 a month was going. Sharon is where that extra 10,000 a month was going. 8,000 a month was going. That's who Sharon is. Rich nigga shit. You understand? She actually loves that dude. Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. Mistresses, they can't have side niggas. They can't have other niggas. Go ahead and try if you want to. If you think he won't put a PI on your monkey ass to find out what you doing, you got another thing coming. Yeah, that's why they're for rich motherfuckers, man. They don't play no games, man. I'm not gonna be a fool out here supporting your lifestyle, you know, jeopardizing everything I got, and you out here getting dick and all this shit from another nigga. You out of your mind. Yeah. But this here, this bum bitch mentality, you need to stay away from this.
Wow. Did I ever discuss with the other significant other that this man was still paying the bills? Like, yes. But you know what happened eventually? Eventually he said, yo, if you're going to be with me 100%, you got to move out of that apartment. Whatever attachment you have with this man, you got to wrap that up. Or you're saying to me that you're trying to have your cake and eat it too, which is a bad analogy because if it's my cake, I can eat it, right? All of it. But the thing about it is, it's like who's getting he still has a piece of you. So now I have to decide what kind of future I want with this other man. Is he just something to fly by?
I don't understand how that works because if I don't love you, or if you don't love me, and I'm paying all this shit for you, and I can't have your body when I want it, you're on your own. You're on your own. So I don't understand this, right? Women want things their way. They want to be a victim. They want to be looked at as a hero. Then they want to be a victim. All of this shit all at the same time. They only want shit when it's convenient for them. You know? Nah, man, we can't do that. So I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. Right? So we're gonna talk about child support now. Right? Child support with men and women. So we talked about women with alimony, men with alimony. The women don't like it. You know, I told you to get that domestic partnership. There's a reason for it. You know what? Let me finish that. Finish that thought. Let me close that out. Where's that? Damn. Where's the child support thread? I mean, the domestic partnership thread. There we go. All right. This is what I need you to see. Okay. So now we're talking about marriages. Right? Listen to this.
What the differences are. First major difference, maintenance. In New York, married couples are obligated to provide maintenance. That is, the moneyed spouse is to provide maintenance for the non-moneyed spouse. The duration and the amount vary from case to case and are subject to statute and case law. That is a requirement for married couples.
Now, I just want to reinforce what Joe said, because unmarried couples are not entitled to any type of maintenance whatsoever, as he indicated. But I often run across clients who come to me and say, wait a minute, I have a domestic partnership. I've been with my partner for the last 22 years. We're domestic partners. We registered even as domestic partners, and I am entitled to rights as a result. And I unfortunately have to tell them, no, you're not entitled to any of those rights. A domestic partnership really only signifies that you are a couple living together, for the most part, for health insurance rights and things along those lines.
Second big inquiry is retirement accounts. And what we're talking about here is 401, IRA, pension accounts. If you're married under the state of New York, in the state of New York, you're entitled to a marital portion of the retirement account. And specifically what we're talking about is from the date of marriage until the date someone commences a matrimonial action, that appreciation, that rise in those accounts is subject to distribution. And typically a spouse will get 50% of the appreciation.
That's another thing. When we were going over that MTA worker, if you're married 10 years to a woman and you work for the city, she's entitled to 50% of your pension. So not only when he divorced this chick, if he was with her for 10 years, he's paying that alimony, and she's entitled to have his pension too. Do you see that? She's getting $1,500 a month from this guy. And how long was she getting that 15? Let me see. She's gonna get that $1,500 a paycheck for how long? Let's see. All right. The duration, right? Let's say she was dating him from, this is 2024. We're going to change this to 2013, right? So she was with him for 11 years and 4 months, right? How long? She was with him for 11 years and 4 months. That's the length of marriage, right? How long is she going to have to pay him this shit? He's going to have to pay her guideline 15% of length of marriage, either from between 1 year and 8 months to 3 years and 5 months, right? So he'll be paying her this shit for 3 years, or 3 years and 5 months. So what is that? 12, 24, 36, so 41 months, right? 41 months he's paying. Where'd the calculator go? Oh, there you go. All right. 41 months, right? So he'd be paying that. We're going to times this by 2 because that's the paycheck, but this is the monthly. So every month he's paying her 46, right? $4,600. He's going to pay her that for 41. Oh shit! No, back up. This is for 1 month, so we're going to times this, yeah, by 41 months. He's going to get his broad in 3 years $189,000. 190 because it's over 500. He'll be giving her about $190,000, though, for being married. And then she's entitled to 10 years and then she's entitled to half of his pension. $189,000. That's crazy, dog. That's nasty work, as they say. Nasty work, right? It's nasty work, right? Now, in the domestic partnership, you don't got to worry about none of that. You don't got to worry about none of that. Domestic partnership, she leaves, she leaves. That's it. That's much better, right? That's smart, right? Okay, now we're going to get into this child support thing. This might shock you, all right? But we're going to say, right here.
Let me tell you something. I love my father, but my father is in his 60s and he's still paying child support to my mother. He cannot get a passport. There are certain things that he cannot do. You must pay your child support.
Oh, also, if you didn't know, there's people who are getting child support taken out of their Social Security. Men who are 60, who have retired, age 62 to 65 and up. And if they still owe child support, that shit is being taken out. Who who would still owe child support? Well, you got some people who refuse to work. You got some people who might have, who couldn't find a job, who couldn't get a job, who weren't working. Whatever the circumstance was, they weren't able to pay. Maybe they were locked up. Who knows? But whatever the circumstances are that they weren't able to pay, they've reached an age, right? This chick is clearly at fucking 50 years old, right? Well, maybe not. She said her father's in his 60s. God damn, that's bad. That's bad. You look old as fuck. But she's clearly grown, and he's still paying child support. You know why? Because that shit is like a government thing. For every dollar that the judge orders you to pay, the federal government puts into their judicial fund or whatever this fucking fancy name is 66 cents for each dollar. So give you $1, they'll give you 66 cents. He orders you to pay $2, they'll give you 66 cents times two. He orders you to pay $800 a month, $800 times 66 cents. 1,800 and so on and so forth. You still owe. And they'll collect that shit right out of your Social Security, Pop.
Forget all this stuff about it might not be my child. Get a DNA test and move on. And if the child is yours, figure out a way. Do whatever you have to do. Eat beans and rice. Get a side hustle. Go drive for Uber Eats. What?
We got us the gun line. Tell them about the gun line, boss.
That bitch just told you to eat rice and beans, nigga. Eat rice and beans. Drive Uber. Don't give a fuck what you gotta do. Make it work. Go eat rice and beans, nigga. Eat oodles and noodles. Yeah, make it work. Drive Uber. Risk getting shot in the back of your head by one of these fucking niggas trying to rob you, or risk fucking getting spit on and slapped by some fucking hyena because you don't got a fucking cell phone charger or something for her to use. Yeah, nigga. That bitch said go eat rice. No meat for you. No meat. No chicken, no fish, no tofu, nothing, nigga. No protein. Nigga. Just them beans. Eat rice and beans, nigga. How you feel about that? Don't worry about that. Don't worry if the kid is yours or not, man. Don't worry if the kid is yours or not. Yeah, you could get a DNA test, but just make it happen. Right? That's how they feel, right? What happens if the woman has to pay child support? Let's see how they act when they gotta pay child support. Let's see. We'll break down who is who and what is what. Top left corner. This guy.
Prepared before.
This guy up here. Dark skinned gentleman, top left corner is the father. Right corner, top right corner is the mother. Okay. Directly below both of them are their lawyers. In the middle, top middle is the judge, and the bottom is the person that fucking the court reporter or whatever. Okay, listen to this.
I was involved in the case, so
I'm happy to share the screen, Your Honor. It's from the supplemental discovery I was.
Oh wait, let me back it up just a little, just a wee bit more.
Reunification therapy before you stopped it, and you also had to pay child support. So how were you making it?
Oh, Your Honor, I was not paying child support last year during the time frame in which
Okay.
took place.
Oh, got it. I see now. Okay.
Judge, if I may, I've got a.
Hold on. Now she wasn't paying child support last year around this time, is what she said, right? What happens when you don't pay child support? They take your license, they take your passport, and if you continue to not pay, they throw your ass in jail, right? Okay, let's go.
A copy of Ms. James's financial affidavit. Based on her financial affidavit,
I'm gonna blow this up for you because you need to see her face. You see, watch her body language. This is 38. Watch her body language when this lawyer hits her with this newfound information of her financial report.
based on her financial affidavit, she's got a surplus of $4,000 a month.
And I don't know what's in the financial affidavit, Your Honor. That was prepared before I was involved in the case. So
I'm happy to share the screen, Your Honor. It's from the supplemental discovery I received from her attorney prior to mediation. She grosses.
What time frame?
Your Honor, this was 9/25/2023 was the date I received it.
Oh, okay. Let me see it.
Yep. Oh, it's disabled right this second, Your Honor.
Miss Marshall, can you give Miss Lewis?
Oh, there it goes. She got it. She got it. Thank you, Miss Marshall.
Thanks, Ms. Marshall.
I apologize for the interruption, Your Honor. May I call you, please? I've received an emergency motion. I need direction.
She received an emergency something. She needs direction. So she said she couldn't pay the $500, right? I mean, the $1,000 because she has a lot of expenses. She got to take care of her mom. She has to.
I heard about Brandy first when I was in 7th grade. The reason why I liked it, because everyone...
He does not.
Okay? So she has to pay all of these things that is preventing her from paying child support and sustaining her living conditions, bro. So she wants them to consider her lifestyle. But when men go, nigga, eat rice and beans, drive Uber, right? Watch this.
He's in public school, Your Honor.
Public school. Okay.
Your Honor, I need to make an updated announcement. My while the court was going through some of those documents, my client indicated to me while we were muted that she no longer wished to contest custody. She wishes to resolve the case so that the parties can settle it. So that's what she's told me and instructed me to tell the court at this point in time. I have not had any discussions with Miss Lewis about what that parenting plan would entail. But if that's what my client's desire is to do at this point, I don't want to waste any more of the court's time.
Okay. So what is going on? Being that the court has found out that she's a lying fucking bitch, she can pay that $1,000. She doesn't want to. She nets $12,000 a month. The husband nets $11,000 a month. Okay. She feels like she shouldn't have to pay him. So here's the thing. She's paying reunification courses. She's paying for those courses, which are $500 a month, right? She wasn't paying child support for that. Now, what she wants to do, her aim is to take the child from him so she doesn't have to pay child support, right? So that's why they're here today, right? Now, when they found out that she can pay child support, it's just obvious that she does not want to. She doesn't want to continue to fight for the child, nor finish the reunification courses. The reunification courses are so that she could see her child because she's some kind of horrible mom. So she has to take these reunification courses to be able to see the kid, which is 500, and she's been ordered to pay $1,000 for child support. She didn't want to do any of those anymore. Right now, they'll probably just uphold the $1,000. You're gonna have to pay this guy $1,000, but you won't have to pay the 500. So she'll be able to keep her 12,000 a month and only subtract 1,000 from that shit. Uh, and then she still has that excess 4,000 that she was lying about. Right? It's not the 4,000 with that 12. That no, there was an additional 4,000 that she was lying about. Okay. So when it's time for them to pay child support, they don't want to pay it. They're going to lie. They're going to do all this kind of bullshit, right? But when they think about telling a man to pay child support, yo, man, you got to do what you got to do. Eat rice and beans, nigga. Drive Uber. Okay. Now we're going to get into the delusional broads that are out here that you need to look out for. Okay. This chick here, uh, she started off lying about a man. This is the classic example of this guy swooped in, saved her from the fucking mud huts with the fucking tin roofs, right? Dirt filled roads of all that shit. He bought her a car. He takes her on vacations. He does not allow her to pay bills, right? But she did not tell the host that until later. So she made up this horrible picture of this guy. Then towards the end, she's like, "Well, he bought me a car, and this is that." When she felt like she wanted to show off, right? She starts saying, "Yeah, he bought me a car, and I don't pay any bills, and he takes me on trips, and he buys me things." So now they're like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you talking about this guy the way you were before you started to divulge this?"
Like, okay, I'm going through this phase again. I just feel like growing up as a
Kiki, if the only thing is dishes, he doesn't wash a dish, that you want to create a little space.
been doing and I'm still taking, like, okay, that's the only area.
But he do this, sis. So how she sexy? This is woman. Woman, we gonna wait till the very end. I don't know if I don't
Get mad at me.
It's loud.
Off because I'm in nursing school. I want to graduate before getting married to him.
Hold up, Kiki.
A promised ring, right?
Not gonna lie, he sounds like a good guy now. Okay.
Situation here. Like, just bought me a brand new car and all that stuff. Like, he's very supportive. He's somebody like be like, hey, let's go to Safari, get your whole makeup from top to bottom. At my birthday, I went to Jamaica, everything. We spent a whole weekend there. He's the first man that ever gave me 200 roses in my entire life. And this is just occasionally. So just come to my work, bring birthday cake. He's a sweet person. But sometimes you could be a sweet person and like if you're in that situation, like if you start being too nice to them, they get comfortable and they don't see your value as important anymore,
What is your value? What is your value? If he's using his time and resources on you, and you just accept his time and resources and give him box, that is your only value. Why are we acting like this is difficult? This is a difficult concept. You cook, you clean, you wash the dishes. She's upset because she's tired of washing dishes. That's what she said. But that's not the case. The case is when a woman feels like she could sustain her lifestyle without a man, without help, she wants to leave. Okay, and it's been proven time and time again. When we looked at that list and we saw all of these fucking broads right here, all these broads here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we saw this list of all these motherfuckers here who were rich, these broads stuck around for a very long time because they received millions of dollars with these niggas, right? Millions of dollars. 130 million, 57, 254, 425, right? They receive all these millions of dollars. When they feel like they could sustain that lifestyle, right? She was with Mel Gibson for 26 years, right? Now he's grown to the man where he can give her $425 million. 3, 4. She doesn't need him anymore. And the same thing with this broad. This guy saved her from the fucking mud huts of Africa and bought her a car and did all these nice things. And she's going to school to be a nurse and she's working a little bullshit job, right? She got herself her own little apartment that she can afford. And she's ready to leave him. Of course, she's going to keep the car, right? Right. Another example of bum bitch mentality. Stop uplifting these hoes, man. They're only here to use you. Then they'll talk bad about you. This is another example of exactly what she's going to say when she leaves him. Oh, he was controlling. He didn't do this. He didn't help me, and this and that. But the nigga put you in a home with real walls, real floors, a real roof, real windows, and gave you a car, brand new car, gave you money, took you on trips, bought you clothes, everything. When you meet a woman in every single relationship she had, it was the guy's fault that it's over, she's full of shit. And you just gotta stop falling for this shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, they just tried to kill Trump. Hold on, man. We gotta go surf. We gotta go surfing. Gotta go surf the net. Hold on. Breaking fucking news. Oh shit, y'all. Oh shit. Oh. Let me check the dates. CNN. Okay. Let's see what's up.
Stop losing sleep on your period. Always night pads are designed to give you a perfect night's sleep, so you can do your roll across white sheets thing, your spooning with your pillow thing, or your sleep freely with the heavy flow thing. While Always night pads with a 2 times larger back do their up to 10 hours of protection thing, you can do your sprawl in any direction thing, your fall asleep on the couch thing, or your fabby silk pajama thing. Let Always do its up to 100% leak-free protection thing so you can do your sleep thing. Always.
Into the Secret Service right now. This is obviously a very, very delicate, very sensitive moment in American history right now. We're watching the former President of the United States, Donald Trump, at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Just a little while ago, you could see he raised his right hand towards the side of his face, and then you can see some blood near his ear. We're watching all of this very, very closely indeed. Let's show that video one more time from the beginning so everyone can get a sense of what unfolded. Watch this.
Look at what happened.
Move it spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare. Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready. You ready? Down. Down. Are we good? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good to move?
Hold it. Hold it.
Why we got?
I don't think I can hold it.
Latterly, you
don't pay yourself a little. Isn't even a workout. Always Discreet keeps me dry during even the toughest workout, absorbing up to a cupful with up to 0 wet feel and odor. So I'm not just dry, I'm jump squats level dry. Ready for a second set? Everyday protection for every level of leak. We've got you always. Always Discreet.
Back on February 24, after President Biden chose not to do a pre-Super Bowl interview, Bob appeared on this program and set a lot of people's hair on fire by...
Holy shit, bro. Oh, shit. "40 minutes ago. Butler, PA.
President Donald Trump was rushed off stage by Secret Service agents during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Okay, we have some breaking news now. Former U.S. President Donald Trump was rushed off stage by Secret Service agents during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania today.
Take a look at what happened.
According to CNN, there were several loud noises like a firecracker, and then Donald Trump ducked down to the stage floor. He was immediately swarmed by Secret Service agents, and the agents lifted Trump up and he showed his fist. CNN is reporting that he was injured.
Trump. Yeah, Trump.
We got us the gun line. Tell them about the gun line, boss.
Yeah, Trump. Tell niggas to suck your dick, man. Fuck out of here. You missed, bitch. Well, you didn't miss, but you didn't succeed. Yeah, Trump. Yo. These motherfuckers tried to kill this nigga Trump, kid. They're bad shots. Jesus. Yo.
He was injured. He was rushed to his motorcade and it quickly left the area.
Trump, man.
Okay, we have some breaking news now. Former U.S.
Sit the fuck down, bro. Wow. Yo, somebody else tried to kill that nigga? Oh man, this shit is crazy. Damn. Crazy. Oh my God. All right, yo, I'm about to shut down the stream. You guys get the gist of it, man. You get the gist of it. Please protect yourself, man. Nobody gives a fuck about men. You gotta care about yourself, dog. Stop the marriage. Get the fucking domestic partnership. Oh, I can't stop the stream. I gotta throw this in there. This last bit. This last piece is very important. Very important. All right. For those of you who know Stephen Smith, I'm sure you saw this. Stephen Smith, aka Stack 5. He tells a story. Stephen Jackson, I'm sorry, excuse me. Stephen Jackson. He tells a story of this broad who tried to get him.
My game and my ups and downs with the youth wasn't that type of organization, but I own the prenup before it's written up, before it can even get written up. You have to agree on it, right? So I take care of a lot of people. I'm never letting one woman control of all the hard work I've done in my life. None of these motherfuckers was in the gym with me, right? So if I always tell myself, whoever I'm married to, they signing the prenup off top. It's not even a second guess. So me and her had to talk about it. So we get the prenup back at least 3-4 months before the wedding, right? By 4 months, maybe at least 3 to 4 months before the wedding. This is all true, y'all. Before the wedding, I'm like, man, I've been asking you about this prenup. There's no way I should have to keep coming to you about this prenup, knowing we had to agree on this before they even drew it up. So why do I have to keep coming to you about it, about getting this signed? She's like, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to sign it. I'm like, cool. You can sign it. But look, during that time, we making arrangements for the wedding, right? Because, you still got to plan shit. So, I love her. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I was in love with her. You know what I'm saying? I was in love with her. And we was building a family. So I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't going to make no big deal of it. I went with planning the wedding. I didn't stop. I kept planning the wedding. I told her several times, dog, about the prenup and asking about it. So bam. So as we this is one of the twists of the wedding, right? So as we planned for the wedding, I'm from Texas, right? She from New York. I'm from Texas. I'm from Port Arthur, which is an hour from Houston, where we get married, right? I want my pastor to do it. He right there. It'll save us some money. Da-da-da-da. She is adamant about this certain pastor doing the thing, right? Yep. So I'm like, cool. It's her wedding. I ain't got no problem. Keep in mind, remember this pastor, right? Remember this pastor. This is a pastor. She was, I'm talking about, screaming at me and everything. No, this pastor has to do it. This pastor I'm like, well, we can save money and make more sense. This is my pastor since I was a kid. You don't even know this guy. Some other girl brought this pastor to her attention. Some other girl brought the pastor name to her attention. This a pastor she's never seen. Don't even know. But she don't want my pastor to do it, right? Cool. Remember that. So I'm like, fine, no problem. No problem. He can do it. Your pastor can do it. I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna be petty. Cool. I want you to have, this is your day. Everything is yours. I spent about $400,000 on the wedding, y'all. About $400K, right? It's yours. Whatever you want to do. Hey, pastor don't matter to me. I just want to marry you. I don't even give a damn. 2 weeks before the wedding. We going to Houston a week before the wedding. Now we at 2 weeks before the wedding. Everything planned, we ready to go. I'm like, look, bro, why I got to keep asking you about this prenup, bro? It ain't like you don't know what's on it. Like, what motives? This is what I told her. What you up to? What motives you on? I ain't on nothing. I just ain't had time to sign up, planning a wedding and all this. I'm like, man, listen, man, all you got to do is sign it. You ain't got to, it ain't like you got to read it all over again. You know what's in it, da-da-da. I'm going to sign it. Me being a person I am, I know it's a wedding. and all that shit. I'm like, you know what? I know you probably just frustrated. I'm trying to be a supportive man at the time. I know you're going through a lot, baby. I know it's up. You know what I mean? Just when we get, just make sure I get it for the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. We go to Houston. We get there, right? We get to Houston. The night I get to Houston, you know, when we get to Houston, we separate. So she go with her friends, I go with my guys. You know, I'm at home. This is my hometown. So, you know, I'm strip clubbing and all kind of shit. Wilding out with the homies. My partner Weezy on here, he was there. Wilding out with the homies and shit, having a good time. So, my homegirl Mimi, mama, Miss Doris, was our nanny at the time, right? We had a nanny at the time. We had a baby. We had a nanny at the time. We had my oldest daughter, and I think my son was on the way, and so we had a nanny at the time, and Miss Doris came to my room. I'm like, Miss Doris, Real J Sam's, what's up, my boy? I'm like, Miss Doris, you know, it's wedding in 2 days.
Bitch ain't signed it.
I ain't got no prenup. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Miss Doris, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No, baby, don't. You know, I'm with you. You know, I'm with you. I know you're right, but don't start having that attitude. It's gonna get done. Da da da. Don't worry about it. It's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. So I'm like, all right, Miss Doris. You know, I'm trying to be optimistic. You know what I'm saying? But I'm having a good time. Da da da. I'm like, I'm thinking in the back of my mind. Listen, man, I ain't getting married without no prenup. Fuck out of here. Not 5. You know, that's what I'm thinking the whole time. I'm like, man, I can't believe this motherfucking girl done wait until I spent all this money, got all the way down here, so bam. Miss Doris come to me saying, don't worry about it, it's going to get done. I'm going to go get her to sign it, da-da-da-da, right? So, my nigga, this the day of the wedding. Hold on, let me fire my shit back up. Y'all ready for the good part? So the day of the wedding, y'all. I got Stephon Marbury, I got Mike Bibby, but I can't remember who was all in the wedding at that time, dog. I had everybody. I know probably Bun was there. I had a lot of my homeboys, and I'm talking about all my homeboys, dog. I can't remember who was all in the wedding at the time. But Mike Brown, celebrities, everybody, her friends, everybody, right? So we wake up that morning, I'm getting dressed. You know what I'm saying? We all getting dressed for the wedding. Everybody getting, you know what I'm saying? All my groomsmen, we in the little groomsmen room. We all get dressed. In the back of my mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm all thinking about is this damn prenup, right? That's all I'm thinking about. So my nanny comes in the room. She's like, how you doing, baby? Good morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, good morning. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up with the prenup? She like, I talked to her. She said she gonna sign it. I'm finna go get it right now. I just wanted to come check with you to see how you doing this morning. Make sure you all right. Make sure you wasn't stressing about it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah, you say she gonna sign it? I'm cool with it. Getting dressed, me and my boys drinking, smoking, all that, getting dressed, having a good time, whatever we doing for the wedding. So after we get dressed, where we staying at the hotel, where we staying at, it's a big ballroom where we was having a wedding. Hold on. The preacher says, hold on. I look at him like, he said, this is what he say. He say, now hold on. I know you love this girl. Don't make a drastic decision. I think you should just let God handle it. I say, huh? I think you should just let God handle it. Me, as a pastor, I don't believe in prenups. Nah, I know why she was fighting for you. Uh-huh. You don't believe in prenups. Now it all makes sense. I ain't getting married. Damn what you believe in. I put everything in God's hand. And God is telling me to put the pen in her hand and make her sign this goddamn prenup before I get married. That's what God's telling me. So God telling me and you two different things, partner. As that's going on, Steph Marbury grows crazy. Hell nah. No, we ain't doing it. Hell, no, it ain't going on. Steph go crazy. Mike Bibby walks. Are you serious, Steve? Fuck out of here. Everybody, no. Bruh, this preacher has the nerves to sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes and try to convince me that God told that he don't believe in prenups, so I shouldn't believe in them. Listen, bro, we ain't in the same tax bracket, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Bam. So now y'all see why she wanted that preacher so bad that she didn't even know. Bam. So bam. Dog, God, take all my blessings if I'm lying, dog. This is a true story. It's too many people that was there to vouch for it. So bam. So listen. I'm going to tell y'all this. So I found out this after the wedding. You know what I'm saying? But on the way to the wedding, rest in peace, my grandma dead now, but on the way to the wedding, my grandmother, this is before all this, everything I told y'all. My grandmother told my mama, Jude, it ain't gonna be no wedding. This is before all this. My grandmother told this to my mama on the way to Houston to the wedding, right? So bam. I'm telling him, look, bro, hell no, I'm not finna do it. Hell no, I'm not finna do it. By that time, it had got rowdy in the bridesmaids rooms because my sister was in the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Because the wedding had supposed to been started. Bobby Valentino standing up there at the microphone ready to start singing. Ask Bobby Valentino. He was there. Bobby Valentino will tell you this whole story. He was right there. He's standing up there ready to sing, bro. Ready to start singing. So everybody getting answered like the fuck. My mama said my grandmother just sitting there like she already know what's going on. So, it get to getting a little answer over there. So my sister ended up coming out of there and say, I had to get out of there before I whipped one of them hoes because they ended up talking crazy. Something like that. Not those exact words, but my sister was upset with what was said in there, so she had to walk out. So bam. This is when this is when she showed her true colors, bro. This is when she showed her true colors. So, wedding off. Yes, wedding's off. We not doing it. Walk back up to the room. Walk back up to upstairs, get room. We getting undressed. Shit. Steph Marbury's like, bruh. Hold on. First of all, I'm lying. We get back to the room. Right? Y'all know I'm gonna always be 1,000 with everybody. 1,000. I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth every time. When we first get back to the room, after I called it off, when everybody trying to figure out what's going on, we all get back to my room, I break down crying, dog. Honest to God truth, I can't lie. Because I was hurt. Because I wanted to marry her, bro. This is the honest to God truth. I break down crying, dog, for about a good 20, 30 minutes. I'm talking about I'm hard down crying, dog. I'm hard down crying because I'm hurt, dog. Like I'm really hurt. I didn't think a woman would take me to this point over a piece of paper and not marry me, especially after we got a child and we trying to build some shit. Like, I was honestly hurt. You know what I'm saying? I was hurt. I was in a hard down crying, dog. And this is why I fell in love with Mike Bibby mama. And this is why I always treat her like my own mama. I'm sitting there crying. I hear Steph in the background talking, man, fuck that shit. We finna turn up. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about snot, everything. I'm hard down crying So soon as I walk in the room, she hard down crying. I'll sign it. I'll sign it. I'll sign it. I'm whatever. I'll sign it. Listen, I was born at night, but not last night. One thing I know, anytime somebody signs anything where they crying under any type of stress or any real emotional or something like that, that shit can get thrown out. I was already told that by my folks before I even signed this prenup, before I even got to Houston, so I was already on game. So the shit she tried to get me in that room and see her tears and think I was gonna buckle and she could sign it while she crying and all that, then come back and when they try to stand up, she gonna be like, I was emotional at the time, and it's been thrown out. It's happened to men before. 5 was not falling for that. Nah, sweetheart. You chose the decision you wanted to make, and you didn't want to sign it. It's fucking over with. Fuck around, it's over with. I stood on that. Man, we go downstairs, distress. That's what it's called. Claim under distress. Thanks, Nikki. My sister Nikki. Claim under distress. Anytime, they can throw that shit straight out. So look, bro. That happens. Remember I told you Steph was turned up. I'm talking about, dog, this nigga Steph Marbury is crazy, dog. Soon as we get to downstairs, he already in the DJ booth. Dog, this shit is hilarious. He in the DJ booth. As people walk in, guess what's the first song they played? I want to know if y'all can guess the first song they played, dog. I'll give y'all a second. Let me put this roach out of 5. Another one. Soon as we walk in, Roy D, the first song this nigga play, she gives me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh yeah, she's a gold digger. Way over time, that's good to me. Oh, dog. Shit.
So you get the point on this shit, man. You know what I mean?
The wedding day, the day of the ceremony. Now, $400,000 is a lot to lose, but according to his reasoning, he may have lost more if he went through with it. Check it out.
It's a month. We're getting ready to go down to prepare for the wedding that week. She still hasn't signed it. So I'm like, look, bro.
What was the argument? I just want to know.
It really wasn't no argument. She kept saying she was going to sign it. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it. But kept getting the attitude every time I brought it to her. And I'm glad I had my boys there. They was like, bro, you can't do that, bro. You work too hard. Like, It's something up, you know what I'm saying? So I called it off. You know, I ended up wasting like close to $400,000 on the wedding. Just wasted, and we ended up just, you know, partying, and our relationship never been the same since.
Chose door number 2.
There's layers here. It's something the math not mathing for me.
Because here's the thing too though, is like, there's a difference between the ceremony and the legal document that establishes you as a husband and wife.
Right.
And so you could have had that whole ceremony and just skipped the part of signing that document and held that off.
But I thought,
till later on.
Well, people who've been married, don't y'all sign that? Like, don't most people already be married by the time the ceremony happens?
What? Who?
They just
Like,
show that like
after a wedding, literally, I shouldn't speak on. Well, my sister got married, and I just watched it happen a couple times.
Okay,
Normally, there's the whole ceremony. Everything goes down. You correct me when I get this off. The whole ceremony goes down, blah, 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 but eventually, usually it'll be a pastor and somebody else pull the husband and groom.
Right.
Husband and bride aside.
In some instances, husband and groom.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Wife, husband, groom, and say and then they sign the documents. That's how it happened.
After?
That's how it happened.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, there's multiple ways it can happen.
That's the marriage license. I think you're talking. He wanted her to sign a prenup.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You
is like,
sign that before you get married.
Yeah,
correct.
So
but
why
the
is
marriage
that even...
isn't official until the license is signed.
No, the marriage ain't official until you sign this damn prenup. Then we're gonna make
exactly.
Right.
That's why you hold off on that
question, because I'm like, okay, why?
All right, so yeah, that's it. About to close the stream out. I'll let y'all on the next one.